Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Alexander.
Hi, I'm Raul Fuster.
We want to talk about an important side of firearm safety, suicide prevention.
Suicide prevention is important to me because I've been in a dark place. I've had friends and fellow Marines come to me when they were struggling, and these connections may have been the difference between life and death.
Firearm safety and suicide prevention matters to me because it doesn't have a face and it doesn't discriminate. Firearm owners should be aware of this risk, even if they think that it doesn't apply to them.
We're both passionate about reducing the stigma and having open conversations because no one should fight their demons alone in the dark.
Even one death is too many. I was stunned when I first learned the statistics surrounding suicide. We talk a lot about the risk of accidental shooting and firearm-related homicide, but suicide is often not discussed, which is shocking considering that almost half of firearm deaths in Louisiana are suicides. I was even more surprised to learn that the suicide rate is higher in Louisiana and among Louisiana veterans than among the general population. This made me realize protecting yourself and your family involves more than keeping them safe from an accident or attack. It also means protecting yourself and those you care about from making a permanent choice to solve a temporary problem.
If we're alert to signs of suicide, we can save lives. People who are thinking about suicide often talk about wanting to die. They talk about feeling hopeless or about being a burden to others. Or you may notice increased substance use or abuse, higher anxiety or mood swings, reckless behavior or self-isolation. Take these warning signs seriously and take action.
People are especially at risk of suicide if they're also facing a painful crisis, like a breakup, arrest, trouble at work, or financial loss. Mental health crises can look very different depending on individuals. Keep an eye out for a noticeable change in behavior. Suicide is a serious issue, and firearm owners can be part of the solution.
Once we understand how serious the issue is, we have to ask, what can we do about it? One thing we know for sure, putting time and distance between a suicidal person and a firearm may save a life. When someone you care about shows warning signs of suicide, think lock, limit, remove as 3 ways to help. Lock. Make sure any firearms are locked in a safe and secure location using cable locks, and change the combination or take possession of the keys temporarily. If you don't have a gun safe, it might be worthwhile to invest in one. Limit. Lock guns and ammo separately, or don't keep ammunition in the home at all until they have recovered. Remove. This is the best safety measure. Store firearms off-site temporarily, perhaps at a trusted friend or relative's home. Many firearms retailers offer temporary firearm storage as well. If you're like me and have a good relationship with your local gun shop, reach out and ask if you can store your firearms temporarily. You don't have to share any personal details. If it is you that is at risk, store your firearms off-site temporarily. Ask a friend to hold on to your keys or store them somewhere that they're not immediately available to you in a crisis. You may also choose to disassemble your firearms. These are steps that can help keep you or a loved one alive long enough to get the help and support you or they may need.
Any strategy that builds time between someone in a suicidal crisis and a firearm will keep them safer. In one study, 48% of people who had attempted suicide responded that they had been thinking of this for only 10 minutes or less. Learning this made me realize that accessibility matters because people who are in distress might make decisions that they can't take back.
90% of those who survive a suicide attempt do not go on to die by suicide. This means that if we can stop someone from attempting or dying by suicide, there is a very good chance they won't try again. Therapy is highly effective. There is hope, and it is our job to make sure everyone who's struggling gets that chance. This may seem like a difficult conversation to initiate, but the suggestion of temporarily storing a friend's firearms off-site is usually well received. And from my perspective, I'd rather lose someone as a friend than lose a friend for not asking.
It has become common practice to hold on to someone's keys when they're drunk. This is the same concept we have when it comes to suicide. We have the responsibility as friends, family members, and fellow firearm owners to hang on to firearms until they've recovered. I've personally experienced this with a friend and a family member and was met with little resistance and possibly saved a life. Firearm owning families can bring down the number of firearm-related suicide, and we can do it without government mandates.
We all have the ability, and frankly, the responsibility to help. Together, we can protect our families,
Our friends, and our freedom.